Where is the real estate market headed, and what is going on with interest rates? On this month's Elevate 21, we've got insider knowledge, tips, tricks, and a whole lot of learning opportunities for you. Let's dive in. All right, Michael. I'm sure you're just like me in that you can't even go to the grocery store anymore without people stopping you in the aisle saying, what is going on with real estate and what's the market like and where's it going to be in a year?
Right.
And I used to be confident and now it's like I have no idea anymore.
Things are changing so rapidly.
Yeah.
We used to say the same thing constantly for like a year and a half, 2 years, and it was always the same trajectory, right? And now we're seeing month by month very dramatic shifts. So we have to know what we're talking about.
Right.
You know, I'm sure you saw the September report came out from Minnesota Realtor.
I did.
August report was such a lovely time. September, we're obviously getting into the fall, the cooler months, things we expect to slow down and see some downturn. We still did, though, have a nice increase in number of listing count. Like inventory is up. Median sales price is up as well. So there are more homes available right now. When they do sell, tend to be selling for a higher dollar value. So that's good. Yep. Unfortunately, the closed sales that go with that ekes down just a little bit. And of course, then the days on market, if you have more listings and you have less selling, the days on market is eking up as well. I still think that there's some wiggle room and there's some signs of change that are coming down the turnpike. When we look at the rate drop from the feds that just occurred, those sellers who were hesitant to make a move out of their home because of the great rate that they had, and they've been holding on to that. But now I think there's a little bit of realism setting in, and now interest rates hopefully continuing this trajectory back down. That's going to help people finally make a move and open up the buyer pool.
So what did the, you said the average days on market went up. What did it go up to?
Average days on market, let me pull our stat. 39 days.
39 days. That people are like, oh my gosh, that's up. Do you remember when normal it was like 6 months?
Right. Back in the day when I was originally selling real estate, it was like you would have your 6 month listing contract and you would plan to extend it. Or if you were really feeling like going gung ho, you would do something like a 9 month or a year listing contract. So realistically, 39 days, that's about the time of contract to close anyway, right? Yeah. We're not closing in a week. A little over a month still seems pretty healthy. On top of that, closed sales still down a little bit, 13.5%. Medium sales price up 6.1%. And the amount of inventory up there up 10%.
That's good. We need the inventory out there in order to kind of help stabilize the increasing prices.
Right. And I think it's really have a mental shift now for us as real estate agents to identify who out there are the serious buyers, those ones who are going to put their money literally where their mouth is, and look at what's available, look at what they can afford, and take advantage of all that inventory that's out there. Yeah,
that's phenomenal. I love to refer to the people who got licensed in real estate when things were selling within hours. I love to refer to them as the Instagram agents. You know, they would get a listing, they'd put a sign in the yard, they'd take a picture of it, put it on Instagram, and it would sell with multiple offers. And they were like, I'm really good at this. You know, and they some of them are very good at this, but now is showing more than ever the need of a real estate professional in order to navigate this evolving, more complex this process, right?
Yeah, for sure. You know, I got my license right at the economic downturn, right? It was 2008, and it was like everything's crashing, and you had to hustle. You had your license well before that as well. I shouldn't have said well. That was so rude.
Whoa.
You had your license like barely before that.
Thanks.
No. But I think that it's a testament to the experience that we have. So like even those agents like you referenced who only have a lot of experience in the really, really hot and not the experience in how to work things in the longer periods can tap into that network that we have for peers just in your office or across this whole region, right? And say, how have you worked with these properties that are a little bit more difficult to sell, or these more specific situations, or how do I speak to my sellers on realistic expectations getting into the contract?
Absolutely. Great advice.
Get ready to elevate your social media game this month. We've got all of your social media ready, created, and schedules made for you to post on all of your social media for the month of November. We've got Veterans Day coming up and Thanksgiving coming up. It's the great day and time to celebrate the joy of homeownership with all of those fantastic holiday recipes. Jump on your cameras, share a few of those delicious recipes that you're making and share them on social media. Just around the corner, we've got Halloween. What a great time to showcase handing out candy or those spooky decorations you have in your home. These are great ways to continue to get connected to your contact sphere and to promote yourself digitally on your social media marketing. Make sure to download those out of the resources that we have created for you. And we've also written all of those statuses so that you can go ahead and copy and paste, making posting your social media a breeze. Don't forget, all of your listings come with their marketing ready to go right out of the box. Check your email or head over to your Moxie Impress and be posting all of those just listed, just solds, and property details onto your social media. If you are looking for help on how to amp your social media game, don't forget to check out the Social Media Playbook. You can find that also in the 21online.com.
All right, I am here with fellow Century 21 Atwood owner, Brian Atwood, who also heads up our mortgage division. And okay, I got to ask, we heard that the Fed decreased the interest rates. Yay,
Yep.
ticker tape parade, right?
Yep.
And then interest rates went up, even though it went down, and everyone said, "Yay, this is happening." What actually happened?
Right. Well, the Fed did cut rates, right? They did cut the Fed rate, which is a really important note. The Fed rate and mortgage rates are not the same thing. We talk to our agents about this all the time, but still it caused a lot of excitement. And it is a good thing because it starts a trend that the Fed should be cutting rates going forward. Now, it's going to take a lot of time and it's going to be a bumpy road. But to your point, the Fed did cut rates. They actually cut them a little bit higher than we anticipated they were going to. There's a lot of debate whether it was going to be a quarter point cut, a half point cut. They came out swinging. They did a half point cut right out of the gates. And everyone was really excited for a couple days until they found out that, well, the next jobs data that came out, the next inflation data was not supporting that cut.
Sure.
And rates have, mortgage rates specifically, have climbed almost every single day since that cut. Now, we've talked to our agents a ton about this, and so they were prepared for it more than most, I think, because I saw a lot of excitement that wasn't really warranted on social media. But I guess the keynote, in short, is that the mortgage bond market anticipated that cut. We were planning for it. The best mortgage rates of the entire year were actually about a week or two before the Fed rate cut happened. And once it did, it said, okay, great, now what? And then we start looking to the future again of what's going to happen next.
Right.
And now it's more unstable waters. We're not sure what's coming. So
Sure.
hence, mortgage rates have climbed since then.
Sure. So, okay, you brought up a really great point. We have weekly meetings on this stuff with our agents. So we were trying to get them ahead of this even before it even happened, right? But now, knowing what we know, what is a good thing that agents can be doing to help educate buyers and sellers about what's actually going on and why it still is a good time to buy and why it is still a good time to sell for everybody's situation?
Right, absolutely. We've been in this weird funk for a couple of years of like, oh man, interest rates are causing problems for everyone. And they're a challenge, sure, but a lot of real estate's still happening. And what's great to see is the increased level of education by sharing this with our agents and they're sharing it with their clients, that just because rates were maybe slightly higher than what we were used to, there's still a lot happening. It's still a great time to buy. We're still going to see homes appreciating for the foreseeable future. And what's really cool to talk about is there's a lot of programs out there to help. Right? There's a lot of ways to help lower interest rates, even if temporarily for a short term, and also ways just to save money overall, so you're not necessarily having to get that average rate that you see advertised online.
Yeah. So, okay, you've mentioned the word future a couple of times now. Let's crystal ball this.
Okay.
Right? And we'll hold this against you in the future. I do this a lot. So let's crystal ball this. Let's look down, let's say 6 months. It'll be after the election.
Yep.
And hopefully. and now we're getting over winter, heading into spring market, right? 6 months from now. So what are you projecting? What are you seeing?
Yeah, and it's great you brought up the election, because a lot of people are bringing up that right now too, saying that, oh, after the election, then everything will change. And it really won't. It's going to depend on the data. Now, obviously, election can influence the data, but it's going to be, where is inflation? What are the jobs reports? What's the unemployment report? Things like that. Yeah. But it's exciting to know more than I think we've ever known when analyzing previous markets, that we know where rates are heading, and we know that what that should do to the housing market, right? We're going to increase that demand. We're going to have homes appreciating quickly. And so it's great now to be prepared for it. I think we're kind of in a 2 to 3 year model right now, as far as where things are really going and finding our new bottom and whatever that's going to be. In the next 6 months, I do think we'll be improved. I would guess we're going to have 2 to 3 more Fed rate cuts in that time. Again, doesn't directly mean mortgage rates will fall, but that trend will cause it to. So I would like to say if we can be down a 0.5 percentage point, maybe 0.75 percentage point on average in the next 6 months, that would help a lot.
All right, one more question that we didn't talk about before we started this, but let's real quick also just touch on the reason why we started a mortgage brokerage.
Right.
Is because of where the rates have been, and how, even though rates might be high, how we can still help with that, right? So you want to touch on that real quick?
Yeah, absolutely. The key to being a brokerage is just that there are options. There is no one bank or lender that is great for everyone. Everyone's situation is different, and every lender's perks and benefits and their niche is different. So we're able to shop all of those for our clients and our agents. We talk about that with clients all the time, is, you know what? This bank might be great for somebody and terrible for someone else. So the great thing we've found is, by being in this wholesale channel and being able to broker out to many different lenders, they're a lot more competitive, and therefore they're able to offer much lower rates than most of our traditional lenders can.
Absolutely. Thanks, Brian.
Thank you.
You know, we're all about helping you level up your real estate career, and we do that by helping you best serve buyers and sellers in the marketplace by bringing them more joy through the experience, not just the transaction, right? So it all starts with our training, with our learning, with our continued elevation of what we do as real estate professionals here in the state of Minnesota. That happens right here at the Century 21 Atwood Agent 21 Training Center and on Century21University.com. So let's start with Century21University.com. We have so many courses coming up for the month of November. I want to highlight just a few. Starting on November 1st, we are kicking off with the 21-day challenge. This has been a huge hit. I know you all look forward to the 21-day challenge, where you get to connect with your peers, hold each other accountable, and help serve buyers and sellers in today's marketplace. We also have 12 different learning sessions all around Moxie, Moxie Impress, Moxie Engage, elevating your website, your CRM, and pricing metrics are all included in that. Here's a few more coming up for the month of November on Century21University.com. All right, we also have our own Century 21 Atwood Agent 21 training coming up this month. Here's a few topics that we're going to be covering. We're going to start with mastering digital marketing. So be sure to jump on for that. Negotiation tactics to close deals and help your buyers close more deals, right? Because that means more people are finding the joy of home ownership. Expanding your contact sphere and understanding market trends. So we got all of those coming up from some really incredible trainers here with the Century 21 Atwood Agent 21 training. Be sure to jump on. Hey, October is almost over, and we are heading into the last 2 months of the year. There's still time to elevate your business and earn those awards. Be sure to check out your progress on 21online.com. But here's a quick look at who has already hit $1 Million Club this year, as well as, you know, my favorite agent shout-outs from clients out there in the marketplace and celebrating these anniversaries. Take a look.
Leanne is a top-notch real estate agent. I have already recommended her elsewhere and would gladly do so again.
Lindsay always made herself available to us and presented us with realistic options. She understood our needs and expectations.
Megan did a great job for us. She understood our narrow list of expectations and learned from each showing we had. We are very happy with the outcome.
Ruth is a local realtor and sold us the home we lived in 20 years ago. She had a great amount of knowledge of the home we purchased recently and was, and always is, very professional.
Thanks for watching this month's Elevate 21. Don't forget, the entire month of November is Team Appreciation Month. This is our opportunity as owners of Century 21 Atwood to give back to you, to love back on you, and appreciate you just like you're doing to your buyers and sellers out in the marketplace every single day. So be sure to look forward to lots of gifts and treats and food and goodies and prizes and games. We've got a whole month of fun activities planned for you. As we close out, I want to leave you with a tip. Call your clients. Show that gratitude, show that appreciation. And when I say call your clients, that also includes clients you worked with 5, 7, 10 years ago. They're not your past clients, right? They're still your clients because you are their realtor for life. Give them a call. Might be time to look at moving again, or you can just call to check up on them, see how they're doing in their home that you so relentlessly sold to them and got them their dream home, right? So as we head out here for this month, let me leave you with this. Take these tools, make them your own. Get out there every day and strive for the success of your clients and for the success of yourself. You know, my favorite saying is we can always do more together than we ever could apart. So let's do this together. Let's close out the end of the year strong, and let's head out into that marketplace and show them who we are as Century 21 Atwood.